Hey everybody, we are back. A few weeks ago I did a video on my big toolbox at my shop, and I figured I'd do my tool cart and my little toolbox at work. My little toolbox is over there. I figured I'd do a tour of them. I still have to do part 2 for the main toolbox, but I got a few stuff I want to get done before I do that. But yeah, it has changed a bit since the last time you guys seen it. I believe I had the side tray and stuff on it when I had it. I went ahead and did a little bit of modifications to it. First of all, I believe, yeah, it will roll. We'll go ahead and just roll it around. You can look at the back of it here. All right. Of course, somebody hit this and it's crooked. But yeah, I got my funnel buddy on there. Got me this hook, hang my creeper on the back of it so it's not floating around the floor and people fall all over it. Maybe this little bracket that holds my little portable air compressor. Got 2 magnet trays in the back here. Got a couple hooks. This is where I hang my coat. This other hook, I just got a piece of vent on there from leftover. Hang my gloves and some couple more hooks and stuff on there. It just kind of hangs just random stuff and whatnot on it. Roll her back there. Keep my 2-pound, what is it, Wilton hammer right there. Got all my pry bars, centering bars down in there. Keep my tape measure right there. Got my long Pittsburgh screwdrivers. Keep my Allens. I put a magnet down the side there. The magnets you get at Harbor Freight. Put a magnet down the side there. I also put 2 magnets on the back. My tire inflator. I used this magnet, keep some random Allen keys, my Allen key style Torx. Then my Bosch or Bottish or whatever, how you pronounce that brand of Allen keys set there. Then I got my tray for all my fluids. Got my Pilaster, some spray anti-seize, carbon choke cleaner, spray silicone lube, some different kind of lube, glass cleaner, and then rubbing alcohol. That's pretty much all I've got going on there. Got this tray up here. It pretty much holds my my little power probe torch. I'm missing my 40 long Torx right now. I'm not missing it. I know exactly where it's at. It just happens to not be here. So yeah, I've got that up there. Got my black Matco. These are the AVD Matco Torx. I like them. They're pretty nice. Got a spark plug up here for throwing her on a coil test if we got spark. Paper clip for doing all kinds of stuff, jumping relays and just poking stuff, resetting stuff. My blowgun, a couple of pins, a little screwdriver, keep 2 lights over here. That was one of the free lights I got at Harbor Freight. Got my Vim Torx bits. These are really good. I like these. These are really nice Torx bits. Got my wrenches. I got 2 10s, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, and 19. That's pretty much the common sizes I use. I had a Matco panel removal tool. I'm pretty sure somebody got it in their machine. So I went ahead and picked up one at Napa. I actually like the Napa one better. It's a little thinner and it works better for the Polaris push pins. Pair of pliers, these WIA wire cutters, great wire cutters. Some channel locks and snips. I use these actually to get to hard to reach push pins because they work really well for that. And a pair of regular wire cutters. Got my snap-on calendar for my big toolbox at home. But yeah, I got a set of Crimson or Cryosman or something like that. Wobble sockets. They're pretty good sockets. I replaced my 15 and my 10 though, because them are about my most used ones. I replaced them with snap-on ones because my other ones were getting pretty weak in the joint in the pin there. Was getting kind of thin, so I went ahead and swapped them out. Maybe someday I'll go ahead and get a nice set of those. I do like my Matco ones I have at my house, so I might get another set of Matcos or Astro Pneumatics or maybe a set of Snap-ons if they come on sale. Got a couple of cheap Pittsburgh adapters. I got a couple more down here, but them are the ones I commonly use. I just put them up on that magnet rail there. It's not bolted down, it's just literally sitting on the hinge. I don't close my lid, as you guys could probably tell. So I just pretty much made it just an additional storage to hold more stuff and just be handy that way. Back there I got my markers, a couple of pens, just all kinds of stuff, a widget, my center punch, got somebody's phone number. I gotta call back. My spark plug sockets, my 1/2" universal joint that actually needs to go right there. I keep them there, my non-impacts. Tap magic, use that for lubing up taps, of course, and drill bits and stuff and whatnot. A couple thread lockers. The Polaris lug nut socket for their spline drive lug nuts. Snap-on nut driver. My 1/2" chrome sockets and some impacts. My 3/8 impacts, a couple chrome. My 1/4 inch. Both, and that's all the metric stuff there. All the standard stuff's here. I keep my apparently we're stuck somewhere. Yeah, that needs to, yeah. But yeah, I got my Allens here, a couple of Phillips bits on that rail. Got my 1/2" standard, my 3/8 standard, my 1/4 inch standard. Variety of extensions, wobbles, regular extensions, my oil filter wrench, my clutch tool for 1000s. My best ratchet out of all of them, my long snap-on. Then I have my other one, then my favorite, my Icon. I really like that ratchet. This is pretty much my daily driver. I do use this one more than I use this one. And I do really like the Icon stuff. I'm not going to knock it at all. I do have another snap-on 1/4 inch. It's even a locking flex head. I do like that, and I do use that quite regularly as well. It's just a little bit of an older unit. That was a used one that I bought off the truck. It was cheap, so went in and picked it up. My snap-on torque screwdrivers. Like I said here, I use them quite regularly. Then you get over here, we got these trays on the side. They've got some AGL, Windex, all-purpose cleaner, different oils, and there's a grease tube in there and a piece of sandpaper for scuffing up grounds and whatnot. My funnel, this was a, I believe, yeah, this is a DEF diesel exhaust fluid funnel. I cut it off because it's actually pretty handy for quarts of oil, so that's what I did with that. My tub of towels is empty right now. I do need to get another set of tub of towels. I keep my gloves in there and whatnot. I never fold this side tray down either, so it's kind of how I built it that way. Down here, I got electrical stuff, battery charger, some old cheap Warrior Harbor Freight drill bits. I finally did pretty much wear all them out. A couple 2-ton jack stands, some antifreeze, and yeah, antifreeze and oil possibly, but I think it's all antifreeze. This drawer here, my big drawer, this is where I keep my 3/8 cordless ratchet, my pain reliever, some hole saws, my deburring tool, my drill bits, and my drill guide. I keep all that's kind of all my drill bits and electrical for my power tool drawer. Come over here. This is my screwdriver, my Matco screwdriver drawer, where I got another nut driver and just bits, bit driver socket, a little flat screwdriver, fingernail clippers, utility knife, T-handle, and then there's these long bits here. So yeah, I went ahead and got a couple cheap screwdrivers in as well. Didn't really do too much of that drawer. This drawer, lots of hose pinch-off pliers for doing Polaris heaters and ATV heaters in general. My hose cutter for shortening said heater hoses. One of my favorite tools, I want to do a comparison to this to my snap-on pair that I have. These are the Icon flush trim bits, or not trim bits, flush cutters for cutting zip ties and wire and whatnot. I love these things. They are not as hard to steal as snap-ons, but for half the price, they are definitely worth it. They even come with the fancy little cover that Snap-on includes in theirs as well. Yeah, my Titan wire clippers, ratcheting wire clippers. I like those. Long pair of needle nose. This cuts, I use this to cut test tape, gauze, whatever. The cheap Pittsburgh wire strippers, do use these quite regularly as well. Very nice tool. The Matco SCP 2014. These are for getting clamped spring hose clamps off. They got the little notch there. You can do both sides there. These are awesome. I love these. Personally, I like these better than the one with the long cable on it that you can get down, do stuff like radiator hose and stuff. That's handy on doing stuff with radiator hoses and whatnot on cars. That's in my other box. It's not real handy on Rangers. There's a few that it'd be handy for, but for the most part, these work really well. I'm gonna go ahead and get probably another pair for these for my other box as well. Cheap wire strippers and a crimper, a couple pairs of pliers, you know, really basic stuff. Some blue electrical tape and black electrical tape, just your standard stuff there. Sometimes these normally set in 3x3 or 2x2. I got 2 of the big ones, 2 little or medium size, and 2 of the small. So yeah, use pretty much all of them a lot of times. All right, my hammer wrench and crescent wrench or my adjustable wrench in my vice grip drawer and some picks. Got our Pittsburgh Pro adjustable wrenches. I got a Proto. I think it's a Proto, yeah. Adjustable wrench, got this used, cheap, awesome crescent wrench, really. I like Proto stuff. Vice grip, vice grip channel lock, ribbed plier. Cheap picks from Harbor Freight. I think I gave like $1 for these. Awesome picks. Really like them. The cheap Harbor Freight hammer, ball peen hammers. Can't really complain about them. I have used them quite a lot, and they hold up very well. Got a couple of these really weird wrenches. I'm not real sure who makes these. It says Den on them. So, but I got these off the tool truck used too, dirt cheap. These are awesome. 27's a very common size for axle nuts on a Polaris, so they're really good for that. I normally put them on there, just beat them with a hammer to get them off. Or normally I put that on there if before I put my impact on. If I have to move them slightly, they're thin enough, but they're heavy enough, I can hit them with a hammer to move the nut to get the cotter pin out. So I really like them for that. Then I had a couple, these are my standard wrenches. Got all my standard size there. Not really in order, they kind of float around in this drawer. Need a little bit better organization. 15 millimeter cheap wrench that I just happened to find. So I just threw it in there. You never know when you need an extra 15 millimeter. Down this drawer, got my stocking hat and some more heavier gloves, my chrome 1/2 inch sockets. That's how we're basically replacing those. They're my air saw, some Snap-on orange, electric orange touch-up paint. Now you guys are probably wondering why this is in here and not in my other toolbox. Well, I need to get another container for my other toolbox, but I use this to touch up this toolbox. This paint matches about perfect. There's a bunch of chips that I always hit on the edge here, and I went ahead and just touched up with this, and it blends perfect. That's one of my favorite things about this toolbox is it's very close to matching my electric orange Snap-on box. Couple of straps, my Noco battery booster. I use it so much that it's dead all the time. No, I'm kidding. It needs charged, but it's been sitting there. I have not used it very much since I got the big one over here that I'll show you in a bit. It just kind of sits in here. I do need to get it out and charge it before it gets ruined. My handsaw from you can buy at Harbor Freight. I went ahead and put one of my air saw blades in there. Makes it really nice for cutting little things in plastic and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much this toolbox here. So then we'll go over to the box. This obviously follows me around the shop, and this is my daily driver here that I use. So I use pretty much all these tools daily. But if I need something a little different, I come over here to the Craftsman Box. This box was at my late grandmother's garage for a lot of years there, and just kind of stayed there when I moved out of my brother's shop. This is what I had. So it kind of went over there, and then after she passed, I ended up bringing it here, so it's here. I do want to get a 44-inch Harbor Freight U.S. General box in the same orange as that, and retire this poor box. She's getting pretty thin on the bottom, and I would like a little more space. I actually like a little more depth. That's pretty much the big thing there. But yeah, here's my JNC 660 jump pack. This is what I normally jump stuff with. Very awesome jump pack. It spends most of the time hanging here if it's not being used. Brush for cleaning off the table. This is my workbench here I use. It's got a bunch of junk on it right now. My Sonic wrench set. This is my big wrenches. This is my go-to if I need anything bigger or just odd size I don't have hanging up on the wall there. My sign that buddy that I work with got me. Very nice of him. But yeah, I got bolt bin and a little plastic tub bin there for different stuff. In the top of my box, I have some junk. Some Ziploc bags, some heat shrink tube, cheap multimeter, screwdriver, a couple of Allen bits, some 180 grit abrasive roll, so basically some emery cloth, and freeze tester. Yeah, that don't get open very often. And just so you guys know, it's non-spillable, so Open up over here, this kind of drawer. This is where I keep a bunch of stickers. And, crap, my caliper. I got one of these things. This is a multi-wrench. Had it for years. Just threw it in here. Got a couple of these goofy gear wrench, standard gear wrenches. I don't really know why they're up in here. They actually should go down in my standard wrench drawer, so go ahead and move those. This box don't get used very much, I should say that. Going through. Got a couple of vice grips. Got a pair of pliers. Couple pairs of pliers in there. And this is my electric drawer. This has got a big blade cutter. And all cuts. I do like that, using that for cutting different, you can cut big hoses with this. I use it to cut heat shrink and different stuff. It just kind of hangs out in the electric drawer here. Got some electrical tape, solder, a knife, utility knife, solder paste, some wire cutters, Fat Max wire cutters, whatnot there. This is a tray of junk, pretty much. I've been slowly trying to get rid of it. A lot of the stuff. This used to be my brother's box back for when he worked at a food place, when maintenance on that side of thing. And most of that stuff in there is from that. I don't really use this, so I mean, to me, it is handy if you put different screws and stuff in it, like self-tighten screws. I think it'd be handy for that. But I just really don't use it much, so I have not really emptied it out. Here's the screwdriver drawer. Got a complete set of GM Goodwrench screwdrivers in here. Some feeler gauges, a couple Craftsman screwdrivers, bits, some random screwdrivers. Go-to screwdriver set if I need something random, kinda. Next is my 3/8 1/4-inch drawer. Got some 12 points in here. That's pretty much a little tiny 3/8 breaker bar. A whole bunch of spark plug sockets for some reason. And yeah, a set of Allens, some deep 1/4-inch cheap ratchet, my composite. I think this is the Pro Tool or Pro Tech or something ratchet. I don't mind that ratchet, actually. It's pretty nice. I do like the offset in the handle. A couple them cheap Craftsman ratchets I don't like too much. A couple of bits out of my kit over there. A couple extensions. My 2 wobble sockets that I don't use. And then my 1/2-inch door is very plain, not very good. Got this little small set of 1/2-inch, and then the small deeps, and the small set of shallows. For some reason I have a light box cover in here. I don't know why. Gotta take that out. Yeah, definitely can fill out that drawer a little bit more. Then we got my standard wrench drawer. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here. Got these, like I said, from up there. A couple of gear wrenches there. Some bigger 7/8 inch. That's pretty much all I got for size. I got up of 15/16. Go up to 3/4 in the Craftsman. I got this 19 3/4. This set of Cobalts is a weird set. This is a labeled both. It has 19. It's also one of them really, what is that weird spline drive style there, but it's a 3/4 19. So I mean, this is kind of something you want to keep in your car. I mean, you have both sets sizes there. Got a cheap set of Pittsburgh standards. Down here I got my couple adjustable wrenches. Vice grip one, I like that one. Craftsman's metric, some flex head metric gear wrenches. I like those, they come real handy. I need to get a set for my big box at home. Some just standard non-flex head gear wrenches, and then just a couple of different sets of cheaper metric wrenches. My big Craftsman set of standard. I don't have room in the upper box, so it kind of hangs out here. Some more Allens that are just kind of, I don't really know why they're there. My Craftsman set of nut drivers, then a cheap set of nut drivers. My tire patches and tire patch repair, vulcanizing cement. Then we got down here, this kind of gets just kind of pathetic down from these drawers down, because I really didn't use this box much. A couple of these KR picks, pretty nice picks. I remember using them back in the day when I didn't really have anything. Got some Fastenal cable ties. Let me get them out here and actually use those before they rot away down there. My completely wore out hammer from back in the day here. I don't use it much, but it is here. Another pair of pliers, some cheap hammer. There's these cheap screwdrivers that apparently somebody broke that one, but yeah, my flame screwdrivers from back in the day. I bought them because I thought they were cool. This Power Mate half-inch impact, air impact. I don't think this thing has had any compressed air gone through it. I'm not real sure if it even works. I got it and just never used it. Yeah, then I got a couple clips, and for some reason I have a clamp for some sort of jumper in there. But yeah, I got this flex deal for bits. Used it a few times, kind of handy for different things. Couple socket rails that don't have any sockets on them. Down here we have my little slide hammer set, my Pittsburgh Pro click type torque wrenches. They work all right. My metric and standard little cheap tap and die sets. Go down here, we have my 140 piece portable mechanics tool set. Eventually going to get more socket rails and stuff and pull the sockets out of this set and just kind of eliminate this case, because that's pretty much, this drawer doesn't have anything in it right now. And then we come down here, we have my big half-inch impact sockets, which is missing one. Roll of wire, piston ring compressor that I don't use here. This has got a bunch of random Craftsman sockets in it. It's another kit like that one up there. It was just tore down. Bunch of funnels. I need to take a couple of them home with me. Another funnel, wire brush. Yeah, pretty much all that's in this one. It's like when I get a 44, I'm gonna get a little bit more amount of tools for here and different stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much that box. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and pretty much this is what I got for here after I moved my big box to my shop. And I do have to say thank you to the guys I work with, because if I don't have something, they will let me use theirs. And if I got something they don't got, I let them use mine. So we got a guy in here, a kid in here, he's just turned 18, still in high school. Helps us out putting these, assembling these together and doing some accessory installs, kind of just taking some of some of the load off me. He uses my tools, so I let him. And yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video. And hope you guys are going to have a good Christmas, good New Year's, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.